following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Tom.
I got 14.
And Tom Fast from Tom Furious with Nat.
So he wins.
He's apparently just gifted for cogs. Like,
This
doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any
Did
sense.
he roll like 3 20s last week?
No,
That was the fourth.
he 20 to take out Oberon.
Well, he 20 to get in front too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
He's missed his call. It's just what he's good at.
He fucking hates it. He was born in the wrong era.
Why he hates
The
it.
current
He's
one.
so good.
Right. Then Harmony's going to be like, I demand to see a one-on-one match between you and the hero of the people, Xander Magruder, who's the only other possible challenge to your freakishly natural video game skill. This is bullshit. I'm not doing that. Yes, you are. You! Play him again! We need to clear the... Yes, madam.
I want to watch that, says Alexa, who walks over.
Fuck him up.
Tom.
Yes, ma'am.
Tom, do not allow him to win. I have no control over this. I don't even know what I'm doing. What buttons reload?
Oh no, he's learning how to play.
he's been twitting his way through, but he's still jamming.
You clearly know what you are doing. Have you been spending time playing video games? No, or yes. Perhaps a little. Are you a secret nerd? No! Right, let's go. Let's go, little man.
Not a secret anymore.
Which means you are a nerd, but it's not a yet.
4.
Oh.
4.
4?
Oh no! Oh no!
10.
20! Yep.
Okay, but it's still not the actual result. That was just a...
Yeah, I know.
I'm still keeping you out of the... You already won one game.
I've already won a game. It's all good.
Oh, congratulations, Mr. Furious. Naturally, you will be attending the final. No. Yes, of course you will. If I have to be here, so do you. Is that what this is about? This isn't over.
Good game.
The cotton poly blend of your glove is melted together a little. Alright, do you need me to cut that off?
No. I'm good.
Here's your golden cog. If you open it up, it has your Star Wars tickets inside.
That's good. That's going on right now. It doesn't.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's going on right now.
Oh, so the later contest entrance can't actually possibly...
Actually, no. It will be about to start, so this will be the last contest that has those. No, you're coming with me, right? Of course I have to.
Don't go.
You know who would enjoy this? Wanda loves Star Wars.
No.
Excellent idea.
Don't go. Guys, please. Don't go.
What?
It's not worth it.
Not sure if full of crap.
Please, just... At least I know I tried.
I was looking for a reason to burn down the Crowley Centre.
What
are you talking about? I loved it.
Big rabbit.
Oh, if you have people that actually want to see it, you can have my tickets as well.
No, you should go.
But I've been warned not to.
Damn it.
I have some too you can have.
You send the whole TMV team.
Dumb. That would be enough to take to practically all of the main characters from our group.
Oh god, that would suck because Bonnie might like it because you've seen no others.
We come back more traumatized than
It's still got a terrible
mission.
story.
Yeah, but Bonnie has lived in a vault with propaganda movies.
So does the place burn down with Tom on his knees going, I don't care! Do not care!
Right, let's break and do the canned food thing. We missed a bit. Fuck you, listener. But what he does is he should be the only one who makes these decisions, and he is the arbiter of right and wrong because of his illness. There are two different kinds of villains, and yes, that means sometimes he is going to save people from a fire, or puppies from an orphanage, or he's going to bring back the joy of Christmas to the world. But other times he is basically convicting people before they have even suffered a trial. And that is the underpinning of our legal system. A speedy trial. And William's like, ha! And he subverts all of that. And that is why he is a villain. He is taking the rights of those suspects away and presuming their guilt. But surely, when he catches them in the act, then he has he would see that he has a duty as a superhero to act. He has a duty to observe and report. Any citizen can perform a citizen's arrest, but when he goes in there and starts flinging his ice around, then that's injurious, damaging to property. Look at all the destruction he and his super team of supervillains has caused. And I was like, I think you're all full of shit.
How did Alona get on this fucking panel?
I traded another guy his seat for some blankets and a musket. That's apparently enough to buy a whole patch of land, so...
I wouldn't take it for... She's pretty bitter about a lot of things.
Well, how would you put it then? My people... We all bear a responsibility to uphold the well-being of everyone in the tribe. Which means that if you have the power to intercede in an unjust moment and prevent it, or right that wrong, you have the obligation to do so. These superheroes, at least their intent seems to be in line with the idea of a communal good. What is the most amount of good you can do for people with the least amount of effort? Is it hiring vast numbers of police? Or one or two super powerful people with a good moral compass? But their moral compass does not stay good. Well, then that's up to other heroes to eventually stop them. So you're saying it's perfectly okay for these super-powered freaks to just use their powers willy-nilly with no consequences whatsoever? I'm not saying that. I'm saying the consequences of them misusing their powers is other people with powers. And natural checks and balances. Nature corrects itself in the same way. Nature also created over 500 things that cause cancer in the rainforest. And we're not supposed to just wipe that threat out? Do you ever listen to the words that come out of your mouth? Do you ever listen to the words that come out of your mouth? They are crazy. Dr. Kinnicky, do you think that superheroes should just be allowed to run around willy-nilly and massive destruction on a great level? And Dr. Kinnicky is just like... Or do you think that responsible government should be in control of these dangerous individuals and with oversight and elected officials to determine what they should be used for? Yes, I do, Ash. Well, there you have it. Now,
Svetlana will raise her hand.
You there, whore!
What about those people who think that government regulation puts through a layer of bureaucracy that slows down the process too much?
Slowing down the process is absolutely essential. It gives us the time to consider and reflect on what we're doing so raw emotion doesn't get in the way. Now, the slower the process, actually, the better. So long as it's not too slow. There's a certain balance, and I agree with you that sometimes things do proceed so slowly that injustices are not caught up with immediately. But America and the civilized world that pretends to be just as good as us, but isn't, is a work in progress, and we're all working constantly towards that ideal of greatness.
But an orphanage on fire isn't going to wait for your decision to go through.
Kathy's like, I think we can agree that anyone, whether they're a mutant or not, would be perfectly fine. Well, everyone would be fine, in the government or not, if they were to use their abilities, or even normal people who do not have ability, to rescue people from a fire. What we're talking about is acts of criminality that are not immediate threatening instances, like you witness a drug deal. You should go and inform the authorities instead of trying to throw ice everywhere and murder. Yes, it sounds awful, doesn't it? Imagine if you were doing something that looked like a drug deal to an untrained eye, and then some superheroes come in and just pin you all to a wall with ice stakes, and then you're dead for something you didn't even do. Proper process. The only thing that really enforces justice. But, yes, I think we can all agree that, like, if there was a burning building, you wouldn't have a problem with, say, an Ultra Girl turning up and rescuing everyone, right? I agree with you in principle, but, like, how far do we drive that wedge in? It's a slippery slope.
That's a non sequitur argument. That's a non sequitur argument.
Yes, it is. Thank you for acknowledging that. It's also true. I don't think we have a problem with that, but again, if they were registered, then there would be equally no problem, so why not just register? It can only be because of an intent of illegality and an attempt to withhold the rights and justices from people that this is done. Did I mention it's illegal?
No, but we have the further problem then, that your hypothetical situation requires everything to be competently run on behalf of the governmental organizations, which just doesn't seem to be the case.
Well, that seems very negative and unproven of you. We believe that the government is run very well. Kiflam. A couple of security guys pick you up and unobtrusively move you out of the room. No one notices this happen.
No one notices?
I mean, there are always malcontents who hate America, hate Americans, they want anarchy, they don't want organization. You're not here, so you can't complain. You're being strawmanned now. Crazy old wild bearded men in their patchwork gypsy coats who were like, things were better back in the days when you could just murder a man in the streets and it was justice if he couldn't fight back against you. These medieval thinkers want to tear down government, and they're the ones who want mutants to just run around willy-nilly murdering people.
I think that's a gross exaggeration and
A
simplification.
couple of security guards pick you up and move you out.
She's running the event!
Here.
She cannot get rid of it!
What are you telling? I work here.
Okay, I guess I'm in charge now.
The obvious communists want to tear down our government as well. Alona's just like stands up, like, I'm not putting up with this. I'm not putting up with this bullshit. Fuck you all. Mike.
Kicks him in the head on the way past.
I'm not putting
Scalps them.
not putting up with your bullshit. Like, you're just silencing arguments that you don't want to spend the time to deal with. They can be easily refuted. It just takes a long amount of time, my dear. I am not your dear. I am no one's dear. Graceful dough might be someone's dear.
And you were running deer.
That's a lot of deer.
It's like 12 days minimum.
No one's at Dwight Masterton's Technology in the Future event, is it?
Maybe Lexium.
Well, he's one of the guys there. There's some high tech guys there. They've got the stage.
It's Anthony and that would go there, wouldn't they?
Anthony Smarr is out of town right now.
No,
Peterson.
Anthony from our D&V squad.
He's at the Warhammer.
I might have gone if it didn't.
Oh yeah, if I get
True,
kicked
do
out of the panel, I'll head over to...
Which year?
Xander.
yeah.
Cool. You'll have some time before Thunderdome 3 kicks off, but you won't be able to catch the whole thing. The Technology in the Future panel is a number of mega corporations, basically just doing the old Howard Hughes, like, World's Fair, like, Stark Senior thing. It's like, their future is going to be coming pretty soon. You will have televisions that don't need to warm up before you can view them. This is an actual thing televisions used to need to do. You turn them on, click, and the picture would very slowly fade in for like about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. Look, the past was the worst.
Like in the Dark Ages.
Yeah, fuck 2020.
These days you turn your TV on and it's been on for a minute.
The old valves and...
Yeah. Imagine bombarding your food. Imagine cooking this whole turkey, a very small turkey, in a box that's not an oven in 1/10 of the time. With micron waves, it is possible. And another guy from. I have the wrong thing. That's the food. What's most? Oh. Another guy from Archaeologists. Like, cars are gonna fly. We're gonna fucking prove it. We've got one here. A very small car. Watch as we kick the bricks out from underneath it, and this car is just gonna fly. Hovering car. Look at that! Look at that! Unfortunately, the power requirements are so ridiculously clang that that's gonna happen in just a few seconds. Now, perhaps in the future, if we can distill petroleum even further, we will have the power to make flying cars. You, sir, old Phoebe.
The amount of energy it would require to keep a car off the ground and the force it would repel the ground with, wouldn't it be better to dig tunnels? And then you have layering tunnels underneath the earth, underneath cities. It'd be more efficient because you can vacuum seal the tunnels and then shoot the cars through.
Yes, indeed, sir, that technology has been analysed. However, people will enjoy more freedom of a flying car. Of course, this will only be available to the mega rich.
No, but how does it affect the ground? What is it repelling off the ground with? How does it affect the people below?
Proprietary secrets, sir. Well, you can't ask us to give away all of our top technical secret documents, can you?
Oh, I think you mean to say snake oil.
No, but tunnels are more efficient.
That's a couple of security guards pick you up. Genetech comes up next. It's like, we at Genetech, through our military contracts, will be able to eventually pass on what we're about to show you to consumers in some way. Thanks to the folly of the design of Terradino technology, we have been able here at Genetech to pick up a number of lucrative contracts with far superior solutions to Terradino's futzy pipe dream for military contracts. So we present to you the Genetech Bio-Armored Division, a form of metallic-coated carapace, originated from cockroach DNA originally, which can be layered on top of a soldier's regular combat gear, which will provide 15% faster response time to impact and a 22% mobility increase over other ballistic armors. Observe. Guy comes up and it just looks like he's wearing a bunch of like little scale rust things. Now we have here a gun. Some of you may have seen one of these. Huh? Yes, there we go. Vastly superior to whatever that curmudgeonly piece of shit that Terradino was working on. Cowards that they are. Y'all know what's about to happen, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The explosion kills him. And the guy. Everyone's choking on smoke and fog now.
What was that? Did you see what that was?
What exploded?
So there was this little, like, small round thing, and it went
What direction?
towards the guy that died.
No, from what direction?
Oh, the guy on the flying smoke-belching glider thing, dressed in green.
Is that real?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
How far away is it?
It's leaving.
Can I throw a knife at it?
Yes.
Alright.
You know, I'm something of a ball-throwing, glider-wielding maniac myself.
It could be more perfect.
Oh, damn it.
Can I use my hero point that I wasn't meant to get?
Oh, wait, I forgot to give you hero points. Hang on, I'm going to give you hero points now. So that's a natural one, I guess?
It is, yeah.
Don't say!
I'm going to hero point it away.
But you just reported it.
Well, I'm telling you that I'm hero pointing it away.
I'll just retain it then. You pass these around it. It's for everyone except Ray. He doesn't ever get one.
Alright.
Okay, roll again.
One over the kid.
Very good.
30.
Yep, you think you've hit it. It's hard to tell with all the smoke billowing everywhere. Yes, the guy is just like... He shoots the thing, everyone's clapping, he's insulting every other company under the sun, basically. A grenade comes in right before it explodes, because you're clearly at the back there. You can hear him say things just like, "Think you've got all the answers, do you? Let's see if your bulletproof man can absorb all of this shrapnel." Boom, explode. Oh, turns out it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, like, throw a knife.
Yep, you think you got it, but it's like belching, noxious, poisonous. The security people are running out. They're going, "No, fuck off! Don't believe you! Don't fuck off! Don't believe you!" There's a big hole in the thing.
I'll pass Xander a cloth to read through.
Thank you.
The stage area and main hall is now going to be shut down for police investigation, but the games must go on! You two are there choking, I'm guessing?
Yeah, we're leaving.
Back out of the room. Well, I mean, I kind of expected that to happen considering how much shit-talking he was doing.
The only thing that could have been worse is if they had brought a robot on stage and did the same thing. It's the next one.
Well, the stage is a little occupied right now, so that's not going to happen.
No, so that was what was going to next.
The Pterodino robot guy's like, "Oh,
He was get up and
Got it right this
talk to
time.
Destructo.
But I was going to win. I was gonna. I was gonna.
I'm pretty sure I hit that glider with a knife.
That's the first time I've seen that. We've heard stories about it wiping out the Pterodino heads.
bunch of security guys come in, surrounding an executive, like 10, 15 minutes later. It's like, what's going on? Come on, sorry, it's not safe, Mr. Masterson. It's like, but this is like ridiculous. But the rest of the station we're not going to go. Very well. So we should.
Oh, I got kicked out of the superhero panel.
What?
Well, I questioned his terrible reasoning and was promptly removed.
Sounds about right.
That's why I showed up after the start. Flying cars is a fucking terrible idea, by the way.
I mean, they're cool, terrible. But I agree with you.
We have flying cars. They're called helicopters.
Yeah, but logistically, that would be awful, especially if it's the cost of it for a start, and then if it's so expensive, the elitists would. You couldn't police it.
They have to have something to repel off. Well, objectively, because we live in a 3-dimensional living and working space, and we have 2-dimensional driving space.
Yes.
We do need to add an extra dimension. But underground is better because you can just go over and under and around each other underground. You have so much space. Whereas above, it's not cost effective enough to have cars floating around.
And you still have the helicopters, the planes, the. Anyway, off to the next game.
Yeah.
Worms. So how's all the DMV kids doing in there again?
Alvin probably left the superhero thing when the bang happened, so it was probably PG.
The rooms are soundproofed.
Bonnie's obviously watching the greatest movie ever created.
It doesn't hang together narratively. I don't know if that's a problem for you or not.
She's living in a vault.
That's all laser sword fighting.
There's a 40-minute laser sword fight at the end.
And Derek hasn't really seen any previous Star Wars, so I think he'd like it.
We're the two.
So it's like you just got dropped into Revenge of the Sith with no context.
No context.
Well, you don't need to know anything from the Phantom Menace. And Attack of the Clones is whatever. So they're like how
Attack of the Clones might be the worst one. There's a little half black, half white girl sitting there just repeating every line in her weird Asian voice.
Uh-oh.
You're supposed to be the chosen one.
Ew.
Ew. I hate you. No, Anakin, I have the high ground. Ah! Ew.
This ain't normal.
I don't think so. It's never happened before in the last theatre.
Let's go sit down in the front.
Okay.
Can't hear.
It's just the point is just there. So, do you see? Do you see?
To George.
When he Darth Maul had the high ground and that didn't help him.
Well, no, presumably Obi-Wan thought about the scenario and he's like, man, if that ever happens to me, I need to be able to fuck someone when I have the high ground.
Yeah, I'm sure George factored all that in. Right, worms.
Is geometry better than gaming here?
When you half it,
Oh, okay.
Sue is using it because her geometry path is
It's
still
much
better
higher than the
game.
gaming.
Bah.
right. So your two teams are Alexa, Tomahawk, Assassin Zero, and Carmen Ranger versus Big Steak Queen, Oberon, and That doesn't seem very fair. I'm going to swap Oberon and Assassin around. It just doesn't seem very fair.
Bah.
Are you actually dressed as the sheep?
It's too hot.
Stephanie is only wearing ammo belts and guns.
Oh, why didn't I go for that? Bah. Bah.
It's hot in there.
It's very hot.
Oh.
Bah.
Humbug. Aren't you flappy? Why did you choose the sheep?
I don't know. These were pre-picked for me. Lyle's the one who knows the games.
I think someone's having fun at your expense.
Hot Rod will fly. Stephanie. Nice. Sheep?
Bah.
Do you need water? Gaming water that they've been passing around.
The Gamer Girl bathwater.
Thank you. Bah.
You could go get changed.
To what?
Literally anything.
Anything. You could go wear what Steph's wearing.
Yes.
I'm amazed you don't have a nosebleed.
He's avoiding eye contact. Not that he'd be looking at our eyes anyway.
That's the best thing you can do here.
I'm looking everywhere else.
Maybe they have another suit like her, so I'll be back.
Calling this a suit now?
Alvin's walking past and it's just like Steph. Ammo belt peep?
Thanks. They're all fake. Made of plastic, actually. It's kind of weird.
Alright, I'm gonna play a game.
Worm?
He's Earthworm Jim.
No, he will not be in costume for this because it was like I heard there was an explosion. I investigated the explosion because everyone else.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Stage hole in it. Apparently, a guy in a glider came in and blew stuff up. Like as keeps happening.
Do you think? Do they think it's a mutant thing? Do we need to?
Guy's already escaped. So
Is everyone okay? Did anyone?
some guy got blown up.
Two
like blown
guys got blown up.
Blown up dead, or
Yeah.
Yeah, two guys got blown up.
They've closed the room and now it's all fuck off. Don't believe you.
jeez.
But Masterton is alright.
Later.
He was just on stage before it happened.
Oh, God. Where is Lexian?
Well, they didn't happen to be there at the same place, did they?
Effectively, they were. What is that? Is that a card?
Yeah.
Is that a tragical card?
No, it's the thing.
Dice card.
Yeah. I'm playing with the box because I like fidgeting. I'm autistic, leave me alone.
Yeah, I was recording.
Broke it in half.
No, because pencils are made in two halves. When you tear all the paint off it, it splits.
Right.
You've never done it before, I'm guessing.
I've eaten a lot of pencils.
I assume he, went to check on his father as soon as there were problems, so...
Right. So we have two teams. First team, Alexa, Tomahawk, Oberon, and Kamen Ranger. Big Steak is in the next team with Queen, Assassin, and Noob Slayer. Anyone else need to be on this? I think you can only have 4-person teams in Original Worm.
Yeah, it has any mix of
It was like,
things.
come on, cuddly death. Fuck 'em up.